Yeah.
Go on.
I'm familiar with the subject.
Have we seen the last of Jose Bautista and Edwin Encarnacion?
Why you gotta bring this
Yes.
up right
In
now?
a Blue Jays.
Andres Morales.
Thank you for tuning in to the On Blast podcast. Where, as always, we just like to give you our thoughts.
It's just my thoughts, man.
Right or wrong, just what we're feeling at the time.
Have we seen the last of them? And I'll say this much. There were dudes talking about this. There were people I worked with at the start of last year that had to go back to that said, what are you talking about? Edwin and Jose will not be back next year. And I was like, what? And they said, I heard from people who know people that they're there. They said from then.
Yeah.
So now, as we're basically on the brink, how are you coping? Are you ready for that day yet?
What, are you guys buying the Kendrick Morales jersey
No,
now?
of course
Or
No,
are you
no,
waiting till
no.
the
I'm not
season
convinced
starts?
yet.
Kendrick Morales. I'm not on that train.
Switch hitter, power guy.
As a Toronto sports fan, can you be surprised that these star players that have had legendary moments in Toronto sports history going south of the border? No.
It's not even that though. It's part of this is they don't want Jose back.
They don't want Jose
If you're
back,
a Jays
but
fan, you don't want them back. You need, listen, these
I
are two
would
guys.
keep Edwin back,
These
though.
are two
No.
guys who are in the twilight of their careers, okay? They're going to get overpaid by somebody with more money.
Yeah.
With the Jays, you can start over.
You know
got
what?
a good-
We
you've
have
got
a
a good
unique-
base.
While
You've
I
got a
agree
good
with you,
base.
while I agree with you, and that is like the prevailing argument that they're old and we shouldn't keep them. Why shouldn't we keep Edwin, who is a good old person?
And clutch as fuck.
Let's keep that guy, but we'll keep
Look,
the old crappy people. Like Russell Martin, for as great as everyone
Does
loves
more.
Russ,
He does more for you than Edwin does. He does more for you
When he
than
catches
Edwin
the
does.
ball.
He does. He does. He
Field
plays
goals
defense.
pretty well this season.
Hold on,
Plays-
hold on.
He plays defense,
he
and
plays
after a slow
defense.
start, he got going.
We have a unique
Did
fan
you
base,
see
though.
this thing called the MLB Players?
I did.
Oh, yeah, I think I was around for that. I think I PVR'd
He
that.
might have had like one hit.
Hold on, I was there. He had a home run at the Dome to clinch against Texas.
That happened, actually, yeah.
That did happen.
He had a home run game.
But like, here's the thing:
But
we have a very
overall,
unique
it's a
fan
very-
base, right? We have a very unique fan base that will give Munenori Kawasaki, bless his heart,
Oh my God.
a standing ovation. So
Yeah.
we think about the sentimentals of things.
I know.
Remember once when we were giving standing ovations to motherfucking Jose Calderon. Shout out, but I'm glad you're gone.
Bon
like-
Jose Calderon.
You know,
Jose
you know what I'm
Calderon
saying? No, that's the thing. We have a
getting
very
off 0
we have a
minutes.
very sentimental fan
For the-
base. So a
I
lot
don't
of
even know where he is
people.
now. Lakers?
I think he played. I think he played
think
in
he's
like a
on
Walmart parking lot or something.
Baby
But, but like, I think there's a lot of people that would love to see Jose retire a J,
yeah.
which
Yes.
is one thing. That's a different story.
Why? But it
Why?
doesn't
He
Now you're
matter.
hitting my
He
fan,
started in
right?
Pittsburgh.
Yeah, but then the bat flip.
Hold
don't
on.
you-
Here's
The bat flip was
You know.
legendary, but Joe Carter in the World Series of '93.
Yeah, we don't forget
legendary.
Joe. I feel you on that. I think obviously like it's hard to deny the fact that Shapiro and Atkins are trying to make their own team, and they're dealing with some of the leftovers, I guess is what you would call it. But they're not bad leftovers. It's like a week after Christmas, you see that piece of turkey, you're like, it may have gone bad, but it's delicious.
Yeah.
Do I eat it?
Listen, and you're gonna handcuff the franchise for years if you pay both of them for sure.
Yeah,
If
for
you
sure.
pay one of them, and you don't get the kind of return because you're not gonna
So
get
who
the
would
kind of
you pick?
returns.
Let's
If I
go.
had to pick,
Between the two.
I'd pick Eddie, obviously.
Okay.
Eddie.
So,
But if I was running the team, I wouldn't pick either of them. I would save that money and I would invest it in a younger talent who can help this team out playing defense mainly rather than have a guy come off the bench and hit you
So
25, 30 bombs.
Yeah.
So I always like to try to separate things, right? And how I look at sports.
Yeah.
And one side is my irrational fan,
Yeah.
and the other is someone who's thinking smartly about things. So thinking smartly, I understand
Yeah.
the fact that they shouldn't bring back neither of them. Cool. The fan in me though, like that Bautista bat flip,
Yeah.
like that game is something like I hugged like 8 different grown men in the aisle when he hit the home run that I've never met before in my life after he hit that home run. Like that is a moment that's just, and I know when I get it,
And you get
it's just,
sentimental.
There's
Listen,
I'm sentimental about it. There's no loyalty and like.
But you're right to compartmentalize because listen, my Philadelphia Phillies gave Ryan Howard possibly the worst contract in the history of baseball. And when he signed it, I was super pumped because it meant that he was going to be with our team for another 8 years. And now he gone, and I couldn't be happier.
Yeah.
So you do have to look at it those two ways. You know? Like what's good for you as a fan.
Yeah.
And what you want to see, you know, you want to throw back to the nostalgia. You want to have those thoughts, and you want them to be around forever. But you know, the team's got to move forward. You know,
I hear that. I agree with a lot of what you're saying. There's another thing that we're of a certain age group. There's a lot of Jays fans who weren't around for 92 and 93. So all they have is that bat flip.
Yeah.
So to them, I think it's a bit different. And I can understand that. I can associate with that. But I agree with you. I think progress is amazing. I think some of the things that they've been doing, some of the updates that I've been seeing have been telling a good story. You know, younger players, that Gurriel guy from Cuba.
Well, you look at
and you're like, okay, there's some progress, some future thinking here.
Yeah, I think what Cleveland did this year in the playoffs shows you that the Jays should have a lot of optimism going forward because that was Shapiro's team.
Yeah,
you know,
for sure.
And if you can build a team like that, they were out without one of their best players, Michael Brantley, for pretty much the entire year, and they still made
two of their starting pitchers.
Yeah,
they had a good run.
I mean, if you can build a team like that here in Toronto, shit. Get rid of Eddie. Get rid of Jose. Fuck him.
As I said, you're right. I know that you're right.
Yeah.
I had to be like talked down on Friday by Walshy, one of our coworkers, and he's just like, "You do realize this makes sense, right?"
Yeah.
Like, I don't care about Kendrys Morales. Do you know why Kendrys Morales is cheaper than Eddie? Because he's not as good. But I know it's a smarter move. I know it is. Deep down inside, I know it's a smarter move.
But hold on, the Jays have one of the biggest stars. Not even in the American League, in all of Major League Baseball.
Yeah.
And he's still on the team, and he's still locked up for a good amount of years. Josh Donaldson. You've got a premier player in the league. He's MVP.
Batting 500.
I'm not mad at Donaldson.
This is like
not mad at Donaldson.
But if
Johnny D, man.
This guy's a forgotten thing. It's like, get
I don't think he's forgotten. I don't think he's forgotten.
You have
one
the best
qualifier I will say though, Donaldson is great.
Yeah,
I love Donaldson. Think he's a great player. I love that I love my asshole players who perform. Like I'm always.
He's like a good Brett.
I wish he had a deeper voice.
That is exactly
very
a good Brett Laurie. That is a perfect description.
Don't even compare.
They play the same
position.
They were traded for one another.
That's the only comparison. That's it.
They both like their Red Bull.
Hold on. Yes.
Stupid haircuts.
Yep.
Probably smash Mad Young Tag
and
hit the long ball.
Donaldson hits the long strokes it a little more than
Brett don't hit no long.
Who knows what Laurie's doing?
Looks like the Wolfman now with the glasses.
So the one qualifier I was going to say though about Brett Laurie is. Or Brett Laurie.
Oh, wow.
Oh my God.
Freudian slip.
God. It's over. Welcome back.
Whoa.